Welcome to MegaTrade 101 video presentation in support of our market view analysis dated the March 15 and 17th respectively, located, and you can find it in our website at megatrade101.com. Here we have the Euro Pound daily chart presentation that started way back in February 16 on the low side at 0.8655 to as high as 0.9150, which you would see that there is a diagonal upside line that you would see that is a selling divergence when you compare it with the momentum and the moving average convergence and divergence, where a diagonal line going lower creates the selling pressure for the prices of the euro pound to move lower. From this high of 0.9132 creates a selling pressure on a technical basis with a similar spike formation that you could see that closed lower at 0.9082 and breaking a diagonal support and trend line at 0.9068, which already indicated that a true divergence that was created starting March 15 was already in the making, and a confirmation here breaking to a low of 0.9023, closing at 9036 on the 16th of March, already confirmed that the diagonal line for a selling diversion has already penetrated the support and touched a 50% retracement. As far as the Fibonacci retracement theory is concerned, we're more likely filling up the gap, as we previously stated in March 15, that this gap will be filled in sometime sooner within the span of the third week of March. It would be quite difficult not for a retracement to be held, so it was then perpetrated on the last couple of days of March, the third week of March, and ending with March 19, last Friday, made a slight correction back to 0.9013. And let's convert this back to a weekly chart, where the actual bar configuration here with a long tail here reaching the alligator's jaw of 89.21, which already signaled a 50% retracement from a Fibonacci, and it would definitely be on the way back up to the current levels, like we have stated, at 0.9013, which is actually closed last Friday. This is just a slight correction, and the actual trend is still moving higher. But it would take some time, probably within the next couple of weeks, to be able to see that it can still make an attempt, as we have actually figured that 0.9223 on these levels would be the target level. However, with the indication of a long tail down or a weak long tail down, as most call it, most of the investors or traders who have long positions during this time were actually capitulating in the market as they throw in the towel where prices move lower prior to a correction. This is actually the true sense of a selling divergence where a major correction is occurring within a major uptrend. However, the uptrend is still intact, but as far as when it would gain its momentum, currently the momentum is at the middle of the stage, and it would have to gain more momentum as the dollar moves higher and still above the 80 basis point at this point in time. As you could see here on a weekly chart basis, that the configuration of the trend as well as the bar is still on the way up. And as long as the price levels would be within this high range, breaking the 0.9150 would be the first, and second attempt would more likely be achieved in the next few weeks. However, it depends on the volume and open interest. As far as the dollar's movement higher would still occur, staying above the 80.20 basis points for the dollar index. The euro pound corrections was basically triggered by the euro's movement lower and back to 1.35 levels, as indicated here on a 4-hourly charts, that would have made the euro pound move lower back to the 0.8920 price levels. The euro as well as the British pound is still on a bearish trend. The pound at working at 1.5016 was actually a good support. However, the major trend for both measures are basically still moving lower. Any upswings on both directions for both the pound as well as the euro would only be a corrective move, as we have indicated in our March 15 and 17 market view reports. So please be very extra careful as far as any upswings for the pound and the euro, although the best indicators of a correction has already been made, and the euro pound would now be back to its trend moving higher. Any dips lower or within the range of 0.9010 would actually be a good position for most traders to look at. Thank you very much and have a pleasant day, and good luck on your trades.